Hello dear algorithms traders, after a few weeks break I'm back today with a short post. First of all, I would like to thank you for the many positive statements from you. I was very happy about that. In the last few weeks I had some time again to deal more intensively with the big player algorithms. I was able to test new settings to get even deeper into the eye of the tornado. In doing so, I realized how important it is to track down new algorithms, since the markets are changing every day. The 2-week vacation with my wife was particularly relaxing, where I was able to take a break from trading without stress. Whether you have enjoyed 3,500 m above sea level, interesting vegetation, or just the tranquility of the sea, relaxation is always pure balm for the soul. While we were on vacation, my new workstation was assembled at the same time, which I could put into operation after my vacation. The normal procedure, plugging in the hard drive and switching it on, didn't work this time. In addition, I was replacing my outdoor screens, which necessitated some changes to my wiring. The background is that my workstation and screens reach about 3,000 operating hours per year. To ensure that things run smoothly, I replace them every 2 years. If you buy the devices with a 4-year warranty, the subsequent buyer of these used parts has fewer problems. I myself have the advantage of updating the hardware every 2 years, since the search for algorithms is becoming more and more complex and efficient. Unfortunately, I replaced and renewed my entire workstation in April 2022, and half a year later the new AM5 socket came onto the market. The AM5 socket manufacturing process has been reduced from 7 nanometers to 5 nanometers. As a result, the cycle and the performance per cycle could be increased. Overall, the new CPUs are more than 10% faster than the previous models with the same clock. Another difference is that AMD now relies entirely on DDR5. DDR5 starts at 4,800 MHz and goes up to 6,600 MHz. More clock means more power, and timing is also a crucial factor here. Of course, the new AM5 socket requires a new mainboard that is equipped with PCIe 5.0. In the future, higher write speeds will be possible with an M.2. A higher performance also has its price. The new CPUs from AMD have a higher heat development at full load, which requires a correspondingly larger water cooling system. I use a slightly larger water cooling system, but at the same time I work with undervolting to cushion the power consumption on the one hand and the temperature peaks on the other. The effective performance is only reduced by 1 to 2%. Then there are the little things that you didn't think of before. I wanted more than 64 GB of RAM, so I ordered 4 Kingston 6000 MHz memories. But despite numerous adjustment attempts in the BIOS, the Kingston memory did not reach more than 3600 MHz. Now I have ordered 2 bars from Corsair with 96 GB and 5600 MHz RAM. That should actually work. There is very little information about the screens, the workstation, the workplace, and the corresponding accessories in the trading area. Of course, this primarily depends on the individual requirements of a trader. But many traders don't even know exactly what they need. There will be another video in the next 2 weeks, where I will go into these things in detail so that you are able to assemble or order your optimal trading PC. We will also talk about optimal screens and how to get the best value for money. It is crucial which programs you work with, and that is exactly what we will go into. In 2019, those were exactly the components of my workstation. The Geekbench performance was 44,000 points, the user benchmark performance was above average for the conditions at the time. There you can test your entire PC there for free within 3 to 5 minutes. The workstation that I bought last year achieved a significantly higher value on Geekbench, and the user benchmark performance was also able to improve. The current workstation is significantly better than the 3960X and was also able to score decisive points in the user benchmark. As a result, performance in the gaming, desktop and workstation sectors has been significantly improved over the past 4 years. With PC Mark X, the benchmark increased from 6,000 points to 8,000 to over 10,000 points today. I still came in 5th place in PC Mark X, which I would never have expected. But the question remains at the end. What did the optimization of the graphics card, the optimization of the CPU, or the other components effectively bring? If we add up the benchmark scores, the 2019 PC scored a total of 243,000, last year's workstation scored 323,000, and the current workstation even scored 515,000. Compared to 2019, this would double the performance. Let's take a look at what this increase has actually brought about in practice, because these benchmark values do not always show exactly the differences. Write and read speeds have doubled over the years, which is clearly noticeable in the access speed. In 2019 it took me 145 seconds to open my 80 charts at ATAS, last year it was only 96 seconds, and we are currently at 1 minute. For me, that is a clear difference, which is particularly noticeable in very volatile phases. Another important point for me is the noise level, which has decreased significantly. The PC runs up significantly faster and the idle temperature has been reduced by 11 degrees. The maximum temperature has also dropped by 12 degrees, although the workstation runs with a significantly higher clock rate. Overall, the performance has improved by around 100% with all components. The mainboard is now prepared for the future and thus significantly higher write and read speeds are possible in the future, which have a strong impact on the performance of the workstation. However, this will still take a good while, because these memories are currently still reaching very high temperatures. In the realm of a trading workstation, you can potentially lose a lot of money if you don't have the necessary knowledge. In my next post, which will appear in 2 weeks, we will talk specifically about which trading PC is best for you. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you in retail and look forward to hearing from you again soon. Best regards, Michael.